Hey, what's going on, guys? This is going to be one of my first speed paints I'll be posting here on YouTube. This video will have some light commentary parts over it, so if that's not really for you, I will have a non-commentary version posted as well, and the link for that one will be in the description below. Just a few key points I'll touch on in the video. I just want to go over what inspired me to make this piece, what I found difficult on it, what helped me through that difficulty, and then some things that I like and some things that I don't really like about this piece. Starting with inspiration, I had two inspirations for this piece. One being the concept, which is the starting transformation panel of Reze with her first transformation. The first time we get to see it, I'll put that on screen. I really like a lot about this manga panel, just kind of the brutality of it. That's something I really like about the transformations in Chainsaw Man. Every time you go through it for that huge power up, it feels like you really have to earn it by going through that pain and brutality every time. At least for the fiends, not so much for the actual devils. My second inspiration for the style of this piece is from a user on Instagram called Titan_13. I really like his brush stroke and use of texture in his pieces, so I tried to replicate that, and I went back to his account multiple times during the process of this because he has a bunch of reze pieces that honestly also inspired me to start this piece. But going back to his account really helped me zone this in. They're another really dope anime artist, and a link to their Instagram will be in the description below. And with also the Reze movie recently announced and coming out this year, that also really made me want to do a piece and get this one out there before that movie came out. On to what was difficult for me. Starting this out, I realized I haven't really drawn women much, honestly, at all. So getting the anatomy and the proportions down and keeping the depth on it was a struggle for me. I redraw the chest and torso multiple times, getting closer but not quite right. The second thing that was a big struggle for me on this was the wrinkles, folds, and just clothing in general. I'm still really happy with the outcome, but I do feel like I should take more time and more practices with clothing and fold studies. The total work time for this piece was 25.5 hours and over a week and a half, but the whole time I tried to keep in mind that I can't overwork this and work on it forever because I'll always be able to find something to tweak and change just a little bit here and there. What helped me with those main two struggles was I eventually went into Clip Studio Paint's 3D models on another project and got a better understanding of the form. Something else that really helped me was I was posting work in progress photos in different art discords I'm in and getting help from other artists. That was a really good one. People were pointing out things that I wasn't personally seeing. You'll see at some point in the video I redraw the pinky because I hadn't noticed how long it actually was, and others pointed out to me. What helped me with my wrinkles and folds problem was I got way more references. I had a little reference mood board already made up before this, but when I went to actually apply and start doing it, I definitely didn't have enough. So I went and just found a lot more. I don't have them saved back to the mood board. I kind of just used them as I found them. But I do still have some examples that I used on the mood board that I'll put on screen. So that really helped out. You've probably heard it millions of times before, but if you're spending an hour struggling on something, maybe just spend 10 more minutes finding some more references. That really helped me with it. First, some things I don't like about this piece. It's going to be a small section because I don't think it's too good to harp on yourself about things you don't like in your art. but I do think there's benefits to identifying places that you could improve. So I do think her left arm gets a couple weird poses in this. I think the one I ended up with, it's still good, it still makes sense, but something about me says I could have changed it, did a little something there. I also think I could have maybe done a bit better on the coloring. I can't say quite exactly in my head what it is that I need to work on. I think it's maybe the values or tones, but just wrapping it all together to make it look like it's all in the same environment. Talking about things I really like about this piece, I really enjoy the composition and angle I chose on it. I feel like it really helps reel in the dramaticness and mood of this piece. Another thing I really like is the explosion. I feel like once I started drawing the final period of the explosion, that's when I really locked in and got all of it together in my head. And what I like most about this piece is the bomb devil's head forming inside of the explosion. You'll see from the start, I kind of start with the explosion and whatnot, and that was my original idea for this piece because that's in the manga panel. It's nothing, it doesn't have the devil's head forming in the manga panel. But I strayed away at some point during this and draw that head, I drew that head up, and I really, really liked how it came out. But I also really liked my original idea, so I tried to think about how I could make it work, and I really like what I did with it. I kind of just sunk it into the background with the opacity, and I used a clipping mask on the outline of it with the colors of the explosion to help blend it in. And I like how subtle it is. You kind of have to actually see it's there, and I don't feel like it's much spoilery. I feel like it's more of a if you know, you'll be able to put it together type thing. Overall, I'm really happy with how this came out. I'm glad I pushed through for it. I have another Denji Makima piece in the works, but right now I'm doing some more traditional type stuff for fun and just to try and learn some more stuff. So I don't know whenever that will get posted, but as soon as I get it done, I'll post a non-commentary and a commentary video with my thought and process over that. Don't really have any more thoughts and points to make on this video, so for now, just enjoy the rest of this speed paint. Thanks for checking in. Thank you guys for sticking through my ramblings to the end of the video, and here's to making more great art.